Hi, how you doing? So, as I said in my introduction, I'm kind of putting together a basic keyboard harmony course for my students. So, I'm going to start with where I begin on the scale, really. So, we can start with the C scale. And then from that we can build a triad. Now a triad is, as I'm sure you know, is a combination of three notes, hence the name triad. And we put this together with the root of the scale, which in this case is going to be C. The third, and there's no mystery to this, the third we find by counting three. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go up to 5, 4, 5. So we want the first, the third, and the fifth. And this is going to form our first triad. So here we go. Now, if we take this triad up the scale, we can go from C to C. So counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, this is not 8. When we get to here, you'll find that we're back in C. So this is called 1 again. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And then we start again. So that's our first set of chords. Now, what we can notice if we look a bit more closely is that chords 1, 4 and 5 are major chords. So a major chord is defined by its third. Here we have a major third, which is 4 semitones up from the root. A minor third is 3 semitones up from the root and has a different sound as well. So it's very easy, given time, to get used to the different sound of major and minor thirds. So here we are with chords 1, 4 and 5, and this is why so much music in Western harmony is based on chords 1, 4 and 5. Is just one of millions of examples. So next we go into minor chords. We're going to find that chord 2 is a minor, chord 3 is a minor, and chord 6 is a minor. Chord 7 is a diminished. So we're going to talk about diminished chords a little later on. But chord 7 is a diminished chord. So we have 3 majors, 3 minors, and they're diminished. So then what we can do from here is we can start to change the way we play the same chord. This is called inversions. And what we're doing is we're basically taking the bottom note and we're putting it to the top. So this is a first inversion of C. If we take the E and put that to the top, that's a second inversion of C. We started at root position, so this is not what a first inversion is. This is called root position, then first inversion, then second inversion. We can go all the way up these chords doing the same thing. So we can go to chord 2. So again, root, first inversion, second inversion. Then chord 3, E minor. So root position, first inversion, second inversion. We can go all the way up these chords, and what we are doing is we're starting to learn the different ways for chords to exist, and we're going to find out that we can slot them together a lot more easily by using these different styles of chord or different inversions. So for instance, if we go to a C chord, so if we go to a C root position, the best way to move to a G chord is going to be like this, not DJ style. So it's a very clumsy way to change chords. If we play C, we'll notice that the fifth is a G, which it has in common with the chord of G. So we can keep the G static, and by just moving these two notes down into a first inversion G chord, we have a much easier change. We don't have to move around for a start, but also it's way more musical doing it like this. So then we can start going around the cycle of fifths. Now, if you don't know about the cycle of fifths, just Google it or get it up on YouTube. You'll find a diagram which is a circular diagram, much like a clock, and you'll notice that the notes go around in fifths, literally. So from C, if we go up a fifth, we'll come to G. If we go down a fifth, we'll come to F. So this is what it means by the cycle of fifths. So if we move from C to G, if we were going to stay in root position, we'd go off the end of the piano pretty quickly. From G to D is the next fifth. From D to A to E, to B, and now we're off the end of the piano. So there's a much better way of doing this if we, and I've done this in another video, but this is incorporated into this one as well. We can do a pattern of root position followed by first inversion. We can pair these up. So we have root, first, then from G we now go up a fifth to D, so back to root position. Root, first inversion in A, E, root, B, first inversion, F sharp, root, C sharp, first inversion. Now C sharp we're going to enharmonically change to D flat now because we're moving our way back through the flats now. So an enharmonic change just means the same chord but with a different name. So C sharp is now going to become D flat. It's the same note, and then up a fifth from that is going to be A flat to E flat. So again we're sticking to our pairing of root position, first inversion, and then from E flat we're going up to B flat, root, F, first inversion, and hey presto, we're back to C. So we can do a very easy cycle round the fifths without moving too far along the keyboard at all. And we can also add the bass. Yeah. So that's quite a bit to be digesting. I think that's going to give you plenty of food for thought, and I'll be interested to see your comments below about how you get on with it. Do let me know. Feel free to link to any videos, and if you like it, please press the like button down there, and if you'd like to subscribe, you know what to do. Alrighty, so see you on the next one. Cheers.